Hello guys, this is Bulky back with another video, and today we've got some extremely exciting news. 6 cards were released today in the sneak peeks, and I tell you what guys, this is going to be a game changer. Every single one of these cards brings new elements into the game and it's just going to be absolutely crazy. So the first time, I'm just going to basically name all the cards first, then we'll talk about them each individually and see how they might be able to be played and just see how hard they might be able to get and stuff like that. So here we go. We have actually got the Fire Spirit, the Furnace, the Guards, the Lava Hound, the Miner, and Sparky. Now, the Fire Spirit is actually a common, the Furnace is actually a rare, and the Guards are epics. They are on the screen at the moment. Now the Fire Spirit is actually a suicidal troop, similar to the skeleton bomber in Clash Royale, in a Clash of Clans, sorry, where it just suicides. So they are very squishy troops, but they're actually they're the best at taking out groups of enemies. So that's, for example, your archers, your minion hordes, your barbarians, anything that has a group of troops that is perfect for taking out. But in the other instance, if you it's not good against taking out basically any single troop at all. So it's not really good at taking out your P.E.K.K.A.s, your giants, any tanks, and it's almost certainly not going to be good to be taken out long range troop like musketeers and wizards. But you can take the musketeer out, do a little bit of damage on the musketeer if you actually spawn them all on top of the musketeer, so just bear that in mind. So the Furnace, actually guys, that brings us on to the next card, is actually just the spawner of the Fire Spirits, and it's a 5 cost. So I can see this being used against spawner decks, and also decks that use a lot of low cost troops. Now since the Fire Spirit is in the game and it's only a 2 elixir cost, I can imagine people are going to be doing a lot of low elixir decks, because you can actually turn the elixir to, I think you can make it about 2.1 average elixir or something like that. That's pretty crazy guys, and that's why the Fire Furnace will be good to counter all them small troops. So the next card is the Guards. Now the Guards actually have a shield similar to the Dark Prince. Now basically they can't be taken out by rockets, fireballs, or arrows in one shot, even though they have very low health. So once their shields are down, they can be one-shotted by a tower. So that's why you're going to be able to take advantage of things that have single fire damage. For example, your musketeers, your P.E.K.K.A.s, your giant skeletons, anything like that that has one hit and it's a single troop. It's going to be absolutely perfect for taking them down. And there's a gameplay of you can actually take down a P.E.K.K.A. with these guys, and these are only a 3 cost. So that'd be a huge elixir trade. So anything with splash damage will completely destroy these guys. Bomb towers, your wizards, your baby dragons, anything like that will absolutely destroy these guys. But anything like your tanks, it will just absolutely shred up, and it's actually really good. So overall it will take 6 tower hits to destroy these guys, so that's quite a lot as a distraction, and it's only a 3 cost, so that's pretty good, and I can definitely see these cards being used. But this is an epic card, remember guys, so you guys will need to remember that. Brings us on to the next 3 cards. Now these are all legendaries, and I know you guys will be wondering, these are obviously the best 3 cards, and obviously legendaries are super hard to get. I mean, I've only had 1 legendary throughout the whole game, and some people don't have any, and they're super hard to get. But they hopefully, with the new increased chances of getting loot in the second sneak peek, they're going to be introducing a lot of different ways to get loot, so you're going to be getting chests more often and stuff like that, so there is a higher chance of you getting legendaries. So it brings us on to the Lava Hound. Now the Lava Hound is actually the only tank behind the if you include the baby dragon as a tank, it's not really, but this is a proper tank, and it means that you're going to have air defenses guys to take this thing out. It will not do that much damage when it's on the base. I think it only does about 30 damage on the base, but all the main damage is basically when it dies, it brings out little lava pups, and it's like minions, and they can destroy bases up really quick. So this is basically going to be act as a distraction for all your basically your archers, your wizards. This will be a perfect way to counter the wizard. If people are using like giant wizard or stuff like that, use the lava hound. It's going to be absolutely crazy. I think there's going to be so many different strategies being used, and yeah, the lava hound is a big addition to the game. It is a 7 cost, so that's kind of balances it back out. But this brings us on to the next card. Now the next card is the Sparky. It's called Sparky, and I actually, by the image, thought it was originally going to be like a shock launcher defense, but it's actually like almost like a battering ram that they used to use in the medieval days. It's like that. It kind of drives up. It's like a vehicle. And see, when this thing gets damage on the base, it can take half of the health out. That's absolutely crazy, guys. And so this can two-shot a base, two-shot a tower, and that's absolutely crazy. But obviously it has a huge charge time. This can be countered by basically any troop that gets in front of it. So you guys are going to have to seriously back this up. But if you get one of these guys hitting on the base, it's going to be absolutely unbelievable. These guys can also one-shot barbarian hordes, which is crazy, and they can one-shot inferno tower, and they've got a huge range. But obviously these are just going to be countered easily if you have, see, even a little giant skeleton can distract one of the shots, since the time between each shot of this Sparky is just going to be vital to be able to basically, people are just going to be using Sparky, freeze. They're going to definitely need fireballs or arrows to take out the troops in its way. So I can see this being used. I think it's really strong though. Here we go on to the second legendary card, the third legendary card actually. This is the last card of them all, and this is probably one of my favourites, and some people it's their worst, but this is the Miner. Now this is actually brings a different mechanic into the game. This is it's kind of like the Goblin Barrel, and you can spawn it anywhere in the map, and it will go underground and it will come out, and it's like a mini troop. It doesn't do that much damage, but it's a good distraction. So I think people are going to be starting using Miner and Goblin Barrel, but obviously this can definitely be countered by one fireball. But if they don't have fireball, and this is going to be crazy, I think this is going to be seriously good. Like, imagine a Goblin Barrel, double mirror Miner, and then a freeze or something like that. It's just going to be absolutely crazy, guys. There's going to be so many different strategies coming out. Hope you guys really like the sneak peeks. There is obviously millions of other YouTubers have actually got gameplay of this, and I just didn't have I just don't have the developer iPads to be able to show you guys the gameplay, so that's why I can't show you. But this is the gameplay at the moment that you're seeing on the screen anyway. It's not that bad. So hope you guys really enjoyed the video. Please subscribe for more Clash Royale videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.